Hello everyone, I'm Timothy McSwain and welcome to a special video, different than what I normally do. We are here on Bungie.net and I am going to take a look at the armory here, which it's been here for a while. It allows you to click on something and see like the kind of rewards you can get from stuff. Like you can browse here different weapons and armor and stuff like that. But you can probably see by now if you know the game that there is some stuff on here from the Taken King. Now I'm recording this on the 8th, which is the day that the 2.0 update came out. Actually, I'm uploading it uploading. I'm upgrading it on my Xbox right now, but the servers are overloaded, so it's not working right, which is really irritating. So while I'm waiting, I decided I wanted to check out Bungie.net and see if there was anything on it, and lo and behold, there is. So if we click on the Taken King right here, and spoiler alert, if you do not want to know about any of the new stuff in the game, then you do not want to be watching this video, because all the new items are on a list right when I click this button. Alright, here we go. So here we have some new exotics here. I actually want to go first. We're just going to look at primary weapons. First one here is the Fabian strategy. Fabian strategy looks pretty cool. If I rotate it here to the front, you see it has like two plates going out. Sometimes the render engine doesn't do it right. Like it could be trying to, maybe it goes straight forward or straight back. But it looks like that might be what it actually looks like in the game. Again, not really able to tell yet. So you have to be level 40 to have it, like most of this new stuff. 36 to 48 in the magazine. I'm not going to go over everything on this. I'll just show you so you can see all the different perks. If you want to pause the video at any point and look at them, you can see this one drops as a quest, and it's only available in the Taken King. And you can see here some more of the perks it has. And I'm just going to go over that really quick. I'm going to go back to the last page and go to the next one, which is a hand cannon called Ace of Spades. We've seen this one in a video. If you watched any of Bungie's cinematics, it's going to have the Ace of Spades. You can see it right here in right here on the emblem. These renders here are lower quality than in the game. It's just like in the companion app. So there are things that are going to be missing from these, but it's just a generic look at what the gun is going to look like. See, this one has 12 in the magazine, and you can get it from a quest in the Taken King, and you can see the perks it has on it. This one has Firefly on it, which will be amazing. Let's see. Precision kills move one round from your ammo reserves into the magazine. Interesting. Okay. So that if you keep getting precision kills with each bullet, then you'll have an infinite magazine. And Firefly is the perk that where precision kills make the target explode, which will go good with that Maverick perk. Next one here is Tlaloc. It's a scout rifle. No, I don't want to see Moments of Triumph, but thank you, Bungie. This thing is pretty cool looking. You can see on the side it has the Warlock emblem. I just noticed that. You can get it for any class, I'm sure. I hope, because most weapons are like that. But anyway, there's that. This drops from a quest as well. This weapon has better handling, rate of fire, and stability when the wielder's super is charged. That's interesting. And this weapon becomes more accurate as your health gets lower. So that's an interesting set of perks there. So we move on to the next one. This one will be familiar to PlayStation players. This is Monte Carlo. It's an auto rifle. It was available in Destiny's Year 1 for anyone that had a PlayStation, but it's also going to be available on Xbox in Year 2. This is the upgraded Taken King version. If you have a PlayStation and got this in Year 1, you can upgrade to the Year 2 version pretty easily. There's going to be some materials you need, but I'm guessing this is going to be the same. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. And bonus accuracy firing from the hip. Those are probably the same perks. I'm going to go ahead and guess. But I haven't actually used Monte Carlo because I play on Xbox. So similarly, here's the new Suros regime. If you guys know Suros regime, actually there's a link for it right over here. This is the Suros regime from Year 1. It's an auto rifle. See a better picture of it there. It said Suros across it here, but you can't really see it in that picture. Here's the new one. Deej, what is he? The leader of Bungie. I don't think he's the leader, community manager, whatever. He said he calls this Darth Vader's Ferrari in one of the streams, and I thought that was funny. This you can get from Xur, Agent of the Nine, and bonus damage with the bottom half of the magazine, chance to return health when dealing damage. That's the same perk that was on the original Suros. And here are the perks that are available to add to it. Next we have the Zalo Super Shell, which is available from Xur. That thing looks cool. Sweet. This is an auto rifle. Arc projectiles have the chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together. So that's each shot, maybe? If you shoot two targets right next to each other, they can chain lightning between them. That's pretty cool. Double kills with this weapon. Charge a small amount of super energy and return ammo to the magazine. That's cool. Persistence. This weapon grows more accurate the longer it's fired. Okay. Nice. Next is Hawkmoon. This is another PlayStation exclusive from year 1. I'm excited to get my hands on this in year 2. It's a hand cannon. One random bullet in the magazine causes considerable bonus damage, and 2 more random bullets in your magazine deal considerable bonus damage. So that one, you get 3 bullets in the magazine that are do more damage than the rest of them. And they've modified this weapon for year 2 also because people were cheating. Well, not cheating, but they said that it was possible to get a one-hit kill in the Crucible, and they removed that possibility, which I think is good. The First Curse. This looks like The Last Word. The Last Word, The First Curse. Possibly. It drops from a quest. 8 in the magazine. Bonus to range, stability, and movement speed when aiming down sights. And rapidly landing precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine. Also, precision kills while aiming down sights grant increased range and stability until the next reload. And there are the perks for this. Next one is Last Word, which is I actually have the original Last Word. It looks the same to me in this picture, but it looks a little bit different in the emblem. So I don't know. Maybe it does look a little bit different in the game. It doesn't look much different in that picture right there, though. Sold from Xur. Same perks as the original Last Word. You can read them there if you want. And here are the selectable perks. Okay, so those are the exotics from the Taken King. Primary weapon exotics. I'm not going to go over all the legendaries, but I'll scroll through them here really quick so you can see what they all look like. There are some pretty cool looking ones there. I recognize some of them as being from certain factions. Some pretty cool looking ones. There's the Crucible ones in like lime green, and here are some rare weapons and some uncommon weapons. And there's a page 2 with some more. And there are some common weapons. But again, the common weapons are going to do more damage than the legendaries from year 1. So that's interesting. Next we go to special weapons. We have Telesto, which they showed off in some high-res images of, and a picture on Instagram of this weapon. It is a fusion rifle that does void damage. Multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. Fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. This thing is like a scorch cannon. It fires void projectiles that stick to your enemies and blow up with a delayed void blast, like it says there. And kills with this weapon grant a brief boost to the sprint's top speed. And there are the perks. Alright, next one is Invective, which is a exotic shotgun that I have from the first expansion, but it's a little bit different color now, it looks like. Instead of like reddish, it's black. Solar damage, regenerates ammo over time. The weapon can be fired in full auto mode, and the last round of the magazine deals bonus damage. And here's the perks. Alright, next one, the Fourth Horseman. This is from The Dark Below, the first expansion. It was available only for the PlayStation. It is a shotgun. Arc damage. Kills with this weapon have a chance to grant bonus ammo to the magazine. This weapon can be fired in full auto mode, and the last round in a magazine deals bonus damage. And here are the perks. Alright, next we have the Chaperone, which I believe, yeah, they showed this one too on their Instagram page. I think it's Bungie. Is there a username on Instagram? It might be Destiny the Game, but I'm pretty sure it's Bungie if you want to go check that out, and I recommend it. This drops from a quest. Solar damage, it's a Tex Mechanica, it looks like, that brand, because it's the same as the Last Word. Precision kills briefly grant bonus handling, range, and precision damage with this weapon. And the Survivor, 3 rapid precision kills while Born on the Road is active, will return 2 rounds to the chamber. What's Born on the Road? Is that this one? The Roadborn? They changed the name, it looks like. The Chaperone, this weapon fires a single precision slug grants agility boost. So instead of a shotgun like shooting shot, shotguns can also shoot slugs, which are just a big just like one projectile. It's like a bullet, but it's a lot heavier. It hurts to get hit with one, I'd imagine, more so than a normal weapon. There are the perks, and then there's a sniper rifle called Hereafter. Ooh, this thing looks cool. It's got like wires on the side of it. I heard someone talking about they were gonna make a like futuristic version of No Land Beyond. That's not what this really looks like, but it might be what they were thinking of. Arc damage. Crouching increases scope zoom and makes it easier to aim under fire. So your scope will zoom in more when you're crouched. That's interesting. Precision kills with this weapon have a chance to cause a bright flash that can blind nearby enemies. Hey, that's cool. Magazine is refunded if all shots fired are precision kills. Oh, nice. So there's 4 in a magazine, 4 shots in a magazine. So if you get precision hits with all 4 of them, your magazine is refunded. So it's like Black Hammer. This is like they're nerfing Black Hammer to not do that anymore, but this is like what Black Hammer was. So that's interesting. And here are the perks for that. And then again, I'll just go through the legendaries here slowly so you can see them all. Whoa, I'm going to stop here just for a second. I have the Party Crasher +1. Is this... They're bringing it back? That's going to be a loud garbage truck driving down my street. My window's open because otherwise it's going to get stuffy in here. Maybe with our heating system. Big complicated thing I'm not going to get into. Anyway, so there's that. Keep scrolling down here. Here's some of the Crucible weapons. Here's some of the rare ones, the uncommon ones. Hawkwood, that's interesting. It's a sidearm. I'm going to stop at some of these if they catch my interest. This is a sidearm that reminds me of the name of Hawk Moon. I wonder if it has... No, it doesn't have anything special about it there. You can buy it from the Vanguard Quartermaster. And here are the common weapons. And you can see these test weapons that you're going to get from Banshee to earn reputation with the gunsmith. And that one right there. Now we'll go to heavy weapon. You can see the new ones there. We have Thunderlord, which is being revamped. It looks like it's still just arc damage, though. There was rumors that it was going to do solar or void also, but it doesn't look like it. Thunderlord. Truth, which is also being carried over. It looks new in this picture to me, but it doesn't really look different in this. Void damage still. Same perks as before. And there are the selectable perks. Alright, and ooh, these are going to be exciting. These are the swords. We can skip those. No, just kidding. I won't do that. Bolt Caster. Swords are a new heavy weapon in the Taken King. Arc Edge does arc damage. Sword Strike. I believe that's going to be right trigger or R2 on a PlayStation. You can also guard. I think that's the left trigger, or L2 on a PlayStation. So it blocks and it's effective against solar and void, but not against arc because the weapon's arc. Increased armor when wielding the sword, so you can get close to people, and you can shoot a beam of arc light from your sword, creating a lingering electrical storm. That's cool. And there are the perks. And from what I believe from this is, you can see, I believe you forge this sword on your own, and you can choose which one of these 3 you make it into. I think that's just speculation on my part at this point in time, because I've heard that you can make this. This one's void. It looks like it has the same stuff as the other one, although the supermassive vortex used to unleash a spiral of void energy in all directions. You can see this one now this guard is effective against arc and solar, but not against void. So it's not effective against the same damage that it deals, I guess is the way that could be said. There are the perks for that. And then this is the one that was showed off in a stream on Bungie's YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bungie, I believe. This is the solar version of the sword. And same stuff except for Phoenix Uppercut, used to launch into a solar light uppercut. And here are the perks. Man, garbage trucks outside. We have 3 garbage services in this city. It's ridiculous. Okay. So here are the legendaries, legendary heavies. Ooh, I'm going to stop at this one for a minute. Oh, it looked cool in the picture. This is from Lord Saladin. And here are some legendary swords. I'll just go over those because they're new. This is Arc Edge. Maybe this turns into the exotic one because it's part of a quest. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Here's the solar one. And here is the void one. Nice. Okay, and then we'll keep going through here. There are the rares, the uncommons, the commons, and that's all. Next, we'll go on to armor and look at some of the new armor. You'll notice here that there are class items that are exotic now. Now that's interesting. That means maybe your cloak's the only exotic you can put on. Like, I don't know. I doubt they'll let you put on a cloak that's exotic and another exotic armor because usually there's only one exotic per, like one armor exotic and one weapon exotic, a weapon at a time. But let's look here. Chaos Cloak is a hunter cloak from the Future War Cult. Increases Future War Cult reputation gains and adds a Future War Cult effect on spawn. Oh, that's cool. So when you spawn in, it'll have some kind of Future War Cult exclusive look to it. Okay, look at this. The Life Exotic. This piece of exotic armor can be equipped at the same time as other exotic armor, which means you can put on this cloak and still have like an exotic helmet or chest piece or gauntlets or leggings. So that's cool. And here are the perks, and you can see it could be any of these three. Or any of these four for the next selectable perk. So there you go. I'm guessing that this one is going to be the same thing, but for Dead Orbit. It looks like it. Yeah, and I'm guessing these are going to be the same too. Yeah, so all these are going to be the same. So this is just the Dead Orbit version. So I don't have to go through these in quite as much detail because they're just the same. This is for New Monarchy. That's pretty cool. That's the one I'm going to have because my hunter is New Monarchy. And then for Titans, we have the Mark of Oblivion. That's pretty cool. And yeah, same perks there. Nothing new to show here. Mark of a Circle for Future War Cult. It looks like they rendered that one weird in this editor, but it's still pretty cool looking. And Mark of the Executor for New Monarchy. Pretty cool. The Dead Orbit one's what I use for my Titan. And for the Warlock, this is what I'll use for my Warlock because he's Future War Cult. Future War Cult Bond, Warlock Bond. Here's the one for Dead Orbit. The pictures here don't really show much, but I'm going to go through them anyway. And the Age to Come for New Monarchy. Alright, next we get into the actual armor here. We have Alchemist Raiment for the Warlock. They teased this one on Instagram as well. This one has a chance to gain Glimmer on primary ammo pickup. Orbs collected when your super is full recharge your grenades and melees. And it could have any of these perks. A special burn, elemental burn, stat increase there. And it could, you can select either special ammo or heavy ammo. So it's how many drops, not how many you can carry. That's an interesting new one. Here's the ATS-8 Tarantella. ATS-8 Arachnid was in the other game, in the year 1. So hopefully this one's better than the Arachnid was. This is a Hunter armor piece. Take reduced arc damage from Minions of the Darkness. Arc grenades and arc blade recharge faster. So this will be really good if you have, if you're a blade dancer, because your arc attacks will do more and you'll take less arc damage. So against Fallen and stuff, that would be really good. And there's the here's the perks. This is really exciting looking to these. Okay, next is the Crest of Alpha Lupi for the Titan, which is a year 1 exotic, but they're upgrading it looks like. Revive fallen teammates faster and be revived faster. Supers generate an extra orb. That's nice. Alright, and here are the perks. Nice. Doesn't look any different, I don't think. Crest of Alpha Lupi. This is the same thing, but for the hunter. Just same thing here. It probably has the same perks here, but I'll go through them anyway, just in case. Because I didn't really pay attention. I'm just going through here really quick. Like, if you want to pause it, you can. Alright. Heart of the Praxic Fire. This is available for the Warlock in Year 1. Further decreases all ability cooldowns when Radiance is active. Greatly increased agility. So basically, when you have this on, Radiance works faster. Like, you can chuck grenades really fast with Radiance active. But this one, you can do it even faster. And then here are the perks for this. I don't know if I really need to show these because they're all basically the same thing. They're just increasing intellect and such, but I'm going to show them to you anyway. The Lucky Raspberry, which I was not that impressed with in Year 1. Arc Bolt Grenades chain further. Spawn with full grenade energy. This is for the hunter, by the way. Perk 1 can either be one of these three, or you can do Arc Armor. There you go. Purifier Robes. All of these are very familiar. These are all from Year 1. And here are selectable perks. There you go. Starfire Protocol, which I used on my Warlock for a long time. It was my first exotic for my Warlock. Gain an additional fusion grenade. It's a lot better than it sounds. I actually really love this exotic. I just didn't like how it didn't recolor with your armor, which they fixed, by the way. A lot of these cloaks and everything, exotic armor will change colors with your shader now, which it didn't before. Some of them did, but like these Warlock ones didn't. Here are the perks for this. The Armamentarium for the Titan, which lets you gain an additional grenade charge, which is the same thing basically as what I just showed you with Starfire Protocol, but this works with whatever grenade you happen to have. And here are the perks for that. Here's a brand new exotic, Twilight Garrison. That looks cool. Press whatever that is while airborne to evade. So like a dodge, special dodge. But I don't know what key that is because it doesn't show up on the computer here. It'll show up on your console. Let's see. There are the perks for this. Did I mention this for the Titan, by the way? I want to make sure I mention that. You can see it also. It should be, well, also you can see here because it's you can kind of tell that that's a Titan, but they don't really mention that that's a Titan, does that? Oh, yeah, they do. Titan right there. Void Fang Vestments, which was from Year 1. Spawn with full grenade energy, and your Axion Bolt grenade spawns an additional Seeker. That sends out like little seeking grenades in all different directions towards enemies. And with this exotic, it sends out an extra one. Here are the perks for that. Alright. ACD 0 feedback fence. Oh, we went to the top of the screen again. This one's pretty cool. It came out with House of Wolves. Wrath Conductors. Taking damage from a melee attack deals damage in an area around you. And here are the perks for that. Oh, that has a lot of different things it'll do there. So it seems to me like, yeah, it's going to be random. So you'll have two selectable perks. And it's either going to be one of these three. And then the second one in that row will be one of these three. And you can pick one or the other. But like you can't pick any of these. Right? Like in one piece of armor, you might have increased strength and increased discipline. So you can pick either increased strength or increased discipline. Or it might roll the intellect. So it's just random like that. Alright. Claws of Ankara. These are for the Warlock, right? Yeah. Gain an additional charge for all Warlock charge melees, which is pretty good if you like to use the melees. I don't really, but if you do, it's good. I prefer buffs to other things like grenades or radiance. Okay, the perks. Excuse me. The Don't Touch Me, which is awesome for the beginning of the Crota's End raid. Turns you in. Taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. So you get turned invisible whenever something melees you, such as a thrall meleeing you, which is really nice. Decreases melee to attack cooldown time. I don't remember if it did that before. It probably did. Here are the perks for this. Okay, and here's a brand new exotic, Immolation Fists. for the Titan. Oh, those things are huge. Unlocks the Sunbreaker subclass node Explosive Pyre for free. Enemies brought down by your hammer explode, chaining fiery solar damage to other enemies. So this is useful for the new solar subclass for the Titan, which has the hammer that everyone's raving about, which does look really cool, I will admit. Here are the perks for this. It's good that they have exotics to work with those. Khepri Sting, this is from House of Wolves. Touch of Venom. Gain invisibility after crouching in place for a short time. Melee attacking an enemy from behind while invisible delivers 4 times damage. Melee attacks apply a lingering damage effect, kind of like Thorn. It's like a poison effect you give them. This is for the Hunter, then, obviously. I guess I shouldn't say obviously, but it has invisibility on it, like after crouching, just like the Blade Dancer does. But you can use that on the other classes too, subclasses for Hunter too. No backup plans for the Titan. I do not have this one, I don't think. Increases the duration of Force Barrier and increases melee attack speed. Here are the perks for this. Nothing Monocles for the Warlock. This is my first House of Wolves exotic right here. Enables tracking for scatter grenades. Hold an extra scatter grenade charge. These are pretty cool. They have the glowing effect on the arm here, just like the solar ones do, the Sunbreakers, which I feel like they should rename now. The Titan is also called the Sunbreaker. There you go. Nyx's Ophidian aspect. I almost said obsidian, but it's not. That's for the Warlock. This is brand new. Improves siphon and weapons ready and reloads very quickly. Increases melee attack speed also. Here are the perks for that. And here's what it looks like. I guess you can't really tell that well, but oh, look at that on the arm. Dude, that's pretty sweet. Ruin Wings is from the original game. That's for the Titan. Heavy ammo drops more often and contains more ammo in each drop. Here are the perks for this. This one has a lot of perks there. Are you going to be able to re-roll exotics now? Yeah, you can reforge it, even though it's an exotic. That's interesting. So that's if you want to get like increased intellect instead, for example, of whatever you happen to have. Sealed Ahamkara Grasps for the Hunter. These are new Ahamkara themed grips. Gain an additional melee charge. Melee damage has a chance to automatically reload your primary weapon. This might be something fun to use for me, because I love my throwing knives on my Hunter. So I could gain a third throwing knife, maybe? Or a second invisibility stab as the Blade Dancer. Here's the perks for this. Here's another new one for the Hunter. Shinobu's Vow. Those are pretty cool. Improve skip grenade, and you gain additional skip grenade charge. I'm guessing 1. Here are the perks for that. Alright, next is Sunbreakers. They're not renaming that. That is for the Warlock. It's the same as the Nothing Monocles I showed you earlier. This is the fiery version, though. This is from the base game, I think. It might be from the Dark Below. I'm not sure. Here are some of the perks for that. This is the Warlock again, by the way. I don't know if I already mentioned that. Here's a brand new one for the Titan. Thagomizers. Thagomizers? Oh my gosh. Look at those spikes. Man, you do not want to brush into someone's shoulder if they're wearing that. Fist of Havoc kills. Recharge your melee, and melee kills recharge Fist of Havoc. Gain an additional melee charge. So melee, it's 1 against 1. I mean, they each do the other. Fist of Havoc recharges melee, and melee recharges Fist of Havoc. And you get an extra melee charge, which will help you recharge Fist of Havoc better. That's cool. And it increases melee attack speed too. And you can get this from Xur, so that'll be an important one to get when Xur shows up with it. The Impossible Machines for the Warlock. These look pretty cool. These look like they're new. Oh yeah, I was gonna say for Stormcaller. Unlock the Stormcaller subclass node Landfall for free. On casting Storm Trance, fire a bolt of lightning into the ground, creating a devastating shockwave under you. So that's like a Fist of Havoc kind of thing when you first start your Storm Trance, which is like the Emperor from Star Wars kind of attack that the Warlock can do with a new Arc subclass. And here are the perks. Young Amkara's Spine, which is from the first for year 1. Increase trip mine grenade duration and gain an additional trip mine grenade charge. I don't like the trip mine grenades, but a lot of people really do. So this would be great for you if you love the trip mine. Aclophage Symbiote is next. This is for the Hunter. This is my favorite helmet for the Hunter, honestly. Golden Gun gains an additional shot per use. I know that seems really simple, but I used it so much on my Hunter. For the majority of the time, that was all I would use. And I noticed a new perk here. Gain bonus super energy from melee kills on minions of the darkness. Both of these look new too, so that's cool. An insurmountable skull fort. My first exotic for my Titan, but it's not really that great in my opinion. Kills with Storm Fist immediately trigger health regeneration, respawn with full melee energy, gain an additional melee charge. A second melee charge, excuse me. And here are the perks. Apotheosis Veil, which was from the original game. For the Warlock, this one looks really weird, but it's pretty cool, I guess. Here are the perks. Here's a brand new one, Astrocyte Verse for the Warlock. That's really cool looking. I'm guessing it's animated too. That'll be really cool. Reduces blink cooldown and increases travel distance. Oh wow. So when you blink jump, which people have already said is overpowered, this will overpower it even more. It'll let you blink more often and let you blink further. I would want to try this for my Warlock for sure. Here are the perks for that. And by the way, you notice how now that the special exotic perk is in a primary perk slot, which means you won't have to unlock it, or it's one of the first things to unlock. One or the other. Hopefully you don't have to unlock it. That'd be really cool. When I mentioned the ATS-8 Arachnid, here it is right here. It's the helmet version from the Dark Below of the chest piece that I showed you that was brand new for the Taken King. Your Golden Gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed and can be kept ready for longer, so your super doesn't degenerate as fast. Degenerate, I'm saying. And you can zoom in your Golden Gun. Not sure that's the best thing in the world, but some people might like it, I guess. So a lot of people complained that it was a pretty weak exotic in Dark Below. Celestial Nighthawk is from House of Wolves. Golden Gun fires one shot, delivering 6 times damage while granting keyhole for overpenetration, which is actually really good against bosses. It's better if you're fighting little guys, little ads, to have like 3 or 4 shots from Golden Gun, but a single shot that fires 6x damage is like firing 6 shots. So if you can hit the boss in the head once, or his crit spot once, it's like hitting him 6 times with a normal Golden Gun, which you can't even get 6 shots with a Golden Gun. So that's really cool. This would be a total waste in the Crucible, of course, because you only need 1 shot with your Golden Gun to kill someone. But, I mean, and not a total waste because you can shoot through someone and hit someone behind them too, but I don't know, I wouldn't use it for the Crucible. Here's a new Titan helmet. Amphirean Bellicose. Aiming weapons while in the air will hold you in place for a short time. Add orbs collected while your super's full. Recharge your melee ability, sorry. So this will let you do, it's like Angel of Light that the Warlock has, where you aim your weapon and you hover in place for a little bit, but it'll also make your orbs recharge your melee ability if your super's already full. Seems like a waste of orbs then if your super's already full, but could be useful if you like your melee ability a lot. They seem like 2 random things to be stuck together. But anyway, they're the perks. Eternal Warrior, the weirdest helmet in the entire game in my opinion. Looks really weird. That's from House of Wolves for the Titan. Gain Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. Doesn't seem that great because you can always just pick that from the menu anyway. Of course, this way you can have this and another one you like. Of course, all down to preference. Here's a brand new one for the Hunter, if it doesn't keep putting me at the top, back to the top of the screen. Graviton Forfeit. Elusive Shadow. Unlocks the Night Stalker subclass node Shade Step for free. Gain and evade on whatever those two buttons are. I think it's B and B again. Or on what are those? What's that on the PlayStation? The button you use to crouch. So this is for the new Night Stalker class, which I don't know if I'm really a huge fan of. I feel like being able to just chain enemies with a bow instead of actually hurting them is not what I want to do. But it's like chaining them together, but whatever, I guess. This would be cool because that shade step's cool. It's like a little, you turn invisible for a second and do like a roll forward. It's interesting. It's kind of like Blink, but you're not in the air. Helm of Inmost Light. This is from the original game, or Dark Below. I don't remember. For the Titan, provides death from above, and Headstrong for Fist of Havoc. So you can do these two things and whatever else you pick in your subclass tree for Fist of Havoc, which is pretty cool. That's the Striker subclass, the Arc one for the Titan. Alright, next is Helm of Saint 14, the one that I use all the time on my Titan. This one is really cool because your Ward of Dawn blinds enemies who enter it. So enemies, like, the Fallen will walk into it, and then they'll start, like, just wandering around aimlessly, and you can just keep punching them or shooting them or whatever. It also works really well in the Crucible because your screen turns completely white if you walk into a bubble from an enemy that had Helm of Saint 14 on. Here are the perks for this. Alright, next is Knucklehead Radar, which is my first exotic for my Hunter. Radar remains visible while aiming primary weapons. So your primary weapons always, some of them will have the option to keep the third eye is called, the perk's called, but this one will do it for all weapons even if they don't have that perk. And here are the available selectable perks on that one. Alright, Light Beyond Nemesis is like the Crest of Alpha Lupi for the Titan and the Hunter. It lets you revive fallen teammates and be revived faster. Supers generate an extra orb. And here are the perks for that. This one looks cooler than the Crest of Alpha Lupi in my opinion. Although I never leveled mine up. Mask of the Third Man, which I think was the best helmet for a Blade Dancer back in the original game. Arc Blade attacks use less super energy, so you can attack more people with your Arc Blade before it runs out. And I really like that. Here are the perks. Obsidian Mind, which a lot of people really love for the Voidwalker Warlock. Nova Bomb kills reduce the cooldown of your next Nova Bomb. So you could potentially get a free Nova Bomb immediately if you get enough kills with your Nova Bomb. Unless they've nerfed that, but I don't think they did. And there are the perks. Okay, there's a lot of armor in here, but I don't think many more of them are going to be... Yeah, not many more of them are going to be Warlocks here. Oh, there are 2 different Warlock ones now for the Ram. Look at that one. I can't wait to show you that one. Skull of Dire Ahamkara. This one, you take reduced damage while using your Nova Bomb. Improved Siphon abilities. Okay, and here are the perks. And this one is from the original game, too. Here's a brand new one for the Hunter. Skyburner's Annex. Versatile shooter. Heavy weapon kills have a chance to generate orbs. Cool. Orbs collected when your super's full have a chance to grant special ammo. That's interesting. Looks kind of like a Cabal helmet to me. Here are the perks for that. The Glass House, which is from the from year 1 for the Titan. Blessing of Light and Weapons of Light last longer. So those are your Ward of Dawn, the bubbles. Those are the last 2 available options for that. Blessing of Light increases your... puts a shield on you, and Weapons of Light makes your weapons do more damage. I use Weapons of Light most of the time. The Ram for the Warlock, I just finished maxing this out on my Warlock today, actually. Last night, I should say. I think. Or it might have been... No, it was this morning. Before the update. Increased armor and all Voidwalker melees trigger lifesteal on hit. This part you can even ignore. I mean, even if you're a sun, what? Sunstrike. What are they called? Oh my gosh! Now I can't remember the solar subclass. There's Voidwalker and Sunsinger. Duh. Okay, that's the one that lets you radiance. This works great even if you're not Voidwalker, and so this won't affect you. This first part, but they're nerfing it also, so it won't be as much increased damage. Let's check out the Stag now. Oh, whoa, that's cool. It's kind of like the Ram, but it looks different. Do or die. Once per life, your super charges faster when your teammates are dead. Chance to respawn with an overshield. That's interesting. So when you're the last one alive, your super charges a lot faster. So you can charge your radiance. That's what I would do with it. So make sure your radiance is charged just in case you die too. You can revive and go save your teammates. And here are the perks. That one looks really cool. This one's for the Titan. We've seen this in pictures from Bungie. It looks like it makes you look the Taikonaut. It makes you look like a Chinese lunar colonist from the Golden Age. All rocket launchers gain tracking. Radar remains visible while zooming with heavy weapons, and heavy ammo drops. Heavy ammo drops increase when using a rocket launcher. So this will be really cool for using rocket launchers. Oh man, every rocket launcher will get tracking, even if it doesn't have the perk. That's gonna be pretty cool. Here are the bonus perks there. Bones of Yao for the Hunter. Yao? I don't know how you want to say that. I maxed these out for my Hunter a while ago. Upgrades double jump with an additional jump, so you can get 3 jumps on well, you can jump and then jump in the air, jump in the air, jump in the air. Like that, it's pretty crazy. And that's for that's only for Gunslinger though. It's 1 less jump if you are Blade Dancer, or if you have the wrong perks selected that don't allow for more jumps. Dune Marchers for the Titan. Speed Demon. Increased sprint speed, extended slide distance, increased movement speed while aiming your weapon, and tighter turn radius while sprinting. So this is just an agility exotic. Interesting. Here's some perks for that. These double down ones look pretty cool. Increased agility for 5 seconds after a double kill with whatever perk you choose there. Here are the perks. Did I miss one up here? No, I didn't. Frost EE5 for the Hunter. Tighter turn radius while sprinting, and increased grenade and melee regeneration while sprinting. So this is like the last one we looked at for the Titan, but this one's for the Hunter. And a little bit less perks, it looks like. Yeah, this is the agility one. Agility exotic, I'll call it. Makes you a lot more agile, so that's cool. This one's from the first. Oops, come on now. This one's from the first game. The Mark 44 stand-asides. Increases the duration of shoulder charge and tighter turn radius while sprinting. That tighter turn radius while sprinting is new, I believe. So that's pretty cool. That's for the Titan too, if I didn't mention that. Peregrine Greaves for the Titan. I got this from Xur, I think last weekend? Or 2 weekends ago. Shoulder charge deals bonus damage when activated in the air. I can't see that as being very useful, but some people might use it in the air, and in that case, then great for you. These were great for you in that case. They're the perks. Alright, Radiant Dance Machines for the Hunter. These weren't that good in the original one, I remember. You move more quickly while aiming your weapon. Doesn't seem all that great to me still. Here are the perks. And last but not least, a brand new exotic boots for the Warlock, because the Warlock didn't have any boots before that were exotic. No exotic boots for the Warlock. Here's the first one. Gain faster movement speed while crouching. Picking up ammo automatically reloads the weapon matching that ammo's type. Oh, that's cool. So if you pick up special ammo, it'll reload your special weapon, like your sniper rifle or your sidearm or your fusion rifle, whatever. That seems pretty cool. Nice. Okay, and then I'm just going to go through the legendaries here. I reckon I'm going to stop here for a second. This is one of the ones shown on the trailer for the new Stormcaller, the Arc subclass for the Warlock. They showed that it's in all the pictures and stuff. This is interesting. This looks like the Trials of Osiris. Yeah, that's the Eye of Osiris there. So that's interesting. That's probably from. Wait, what did it say? It's from Osiris? No, yeah, it drops from the Crucible, so it might be Osiris only. Here are different pieces from the different classes. This is special armor from the Iron Banner. Cool. Hunter Iron Banner armor. And there's the same for the other classes there too. See, there's more arms. There's a lot of these to look through. Here's Iron Banner gauntlets. Sorry I'm coughing so much, by the way. Here are here we go. This was in a trailer. People are saying, "Oh, this is a helmet for the Titan." I mean, they were right. Look at that. That looks weird. It looks like Darkblade, that boss. It drops from a strike, so probably from killing Darkblade. If I had to guess, Devouring Maw probably drops from a strike too. Yeah, so these are like based off of a certain type of raid boss, which is cool. Not raid boss, strike boss, whatever. Here's the cloak we saw in the pictures too. This is the Arc Flare mantle. You can't see it there, but it's just like big ol' line beams coming down. That drops from a strike. I think that's a PlayStation exclusive strike, because I don't know all these. Blade Dancer's cloak, like specific for a Blade Dancer. Increase your Vanguard reputation brains. I don't know exactly why that's a Blade Dancer cloak, but whatever. Cloak of the Dusktorn they're renewing. That was from Eris. Hey, Cloak of the Sixth Rain. This is from the Queen's Wrath that you can't get anymore. Apparently you can get it again. Nice. I'm stopping on a lot of these. I don't mean to. These things didn't do anything before. They were well. They didn't. Obviously they didn't, because they were no cloaks did anything before. I don't know why I stopped for those. And those were from the speaker before. Here's some new. Here's a Solar Flare mantle for the Hunter. There are a lot of new cloaks for the Hunter. That is really cool. It's really exciting. Boots. Here's Deepstone Crypt for the Titan. I like that one. Defender's Mark. Some pretty cool looking ones there. Infinite Lines Mark for the Future War Cult. I'm just mentioning any that would step out in my mind. Sunbreaker's Mark. This has the Sunbreaker's hammer on it. And the same thing goes for the Striker's Mark for the Striker subclass. That's cool. Bond of the Queen's Guard. That looks cool. Bond of the Tilt. Evanthorn Bond. Omnigul Bond. Well, now you know exactly where you're going to get this one from killing Omnigul in her strike. That's cool. Voidwalker's Bond. Bog Wild. That's one of the exclusive armor sets that I think is limited to the PlayStation. I think. Because there are new PlayStation exclusives. Here's the Bog Wild helmet. Here's the Samsara 1. I said I don't know why I did that. That's from the trailers too. And this should be the last page. Some new cloaks in the rare category. And uncommon. There's no regular stuff. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to go through here through inventory too and show you some of this new stuff. Let's look specifically at the new ghosts you can get here. I'll go through the exotic ones. The competitive shell is for the Crucible. And there are different ones, it looks like, because I remember from the stream there are a bunch of different ones. This one is from a quest. Dread Explorer shell for ghosts who scouted the Dreadnought and lived to tell the tale. So you probably do a quest on the Dreadnought and earn this. That looks really cool. Black Ghost. Vanguard shell you can get from your class Vanguard. It's orange. That's cool. And the Braves shell, which you get from the speaker. I know you get this for the VIP rewards for playing in year 1. Everyone's gonna get this. Everyone who gets the VIP rewards anyway. And these are all the rare ones. There's an uncommon one, and that's it for that. Emblems. Here's the one that you get for the VIP rewards. It shows you what it'll look like too. Apparently it'll drop other places too. Devourer of Light, Eye of the Storm, Infinitesimal. There's some cool ones. Here's King's Bane. This is probably from killing Oryx, right? Yeah, King's Fall drops from the raid. The new raid. Might of Vulcan. This is going to be from a quest reward, so probably when you earn the Sunstriker. Not Sun... Is that Sunstriker? Yeah. Then you... Sunbreaker. Then you'll earn that. Oh, there's the Ascendant. This is from the King's Fall raid also. So I don't know which one will be from killing Oryx. Here's the new emblem for the Iron Banner. Little Light. You can get this from Eva Lavante. I love saying her name. Shaders. Some new shaders. The Old Guard. This is the one you get for the VIP rewards. I just want to see what it would look like on my hunter. That's nice. A nice dark shader. That looks really cool. I can't wait to put that on my Guardians. Atlantean. I believe this is a exclusive for the PlayStation. I could be wrong though. Blue Marble. Burnt Marshmallow. That's interesting. Chrysanthemum. Cyan Stars. Debt Unpaid. Mostly Cloudy. And that's all those. Ships. Oh, here we go. Agonar's Carve. This is... Oh my gosh. This is from the King's Fall raid, the new Oryx ship. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. That is gorgeous. Oh, I love it. That is amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on that, hopefully. And here's Hebridean Thought Crime. That's pretty cool too. That drops from the Crucible. That's a pretty cool looking ship too. Man, they've done so much cool things here. There's the S-34 Ravensteel, which drops from, well, this is from the VIP rewards. And the SR-0 Swift River. This is to roll. It's like the, remember the, from the Dark Below, they gave you the tumbler. You get the quest here to get that. Bounties. I'm not going to go through these, but I can show you what they are. There's Eye of Osiris bounties now. Or just Osiris Reputation, perhaps? Because it looks like it's just a regular Crucible thing. Familiar Iron. Yeah, so those are just... I guess I can just go through these really quick, but they're just bounties. I don't know if it really matters to see what they're called, even. So let me just go through them really quick. Try to stop every once in a while so you can pause it and look if you want. Here's some Vanguard armor. What are we going to see now? Get 20 melee kills without dying. Defeat 50 Cabal. Yeah, these are cool. So these are the new Vanguard bounties. So you're not doing the same things that you always do every week. Well, every day for the Vanguard bounties. Invincible. Get 30 kills without dying. Oryx's Horde. Defeat 50 Taken. Some pretty cool ones in here. Venus Reconnaissance. Collect resource nodes, open chests, and kill enemies. So that would be collecting Spirit Bloom, opening chests in caves, and killing people on Venus. That's pretty cool. Currencies, legendary marks they're adding now. You're in replace of Crucible marks and Vanguard marks. Materials, brand new here you have Wormspore, which you'll find on the, it's like Spirit Bloom or Helium Filaments, but it's on the Dreadnought. Armor materials, this replaces the armor upgrades like Sapphire Wire and Plasteel Plating and Hadronic Essence for the classes. It's one class in the middle. They wouldn't show what this was in the stream. Extra rewards will be granted when defeating Oryx in the King's Fall raid with at least 20 of these. Okay, so if you have 20 of these in your inventory, you'll get better rewards from defeating Oryx. That's cool. And then consumables, 3 of coins. Stackable effect that increases the chances the next Ultra you defeat will drop an exotic engram. Nice. So that increases your chance of getting an exotic from killing an Ultra, which might work in Would that work in patrol too? That'd be interesting. And now heavy telemetry, instead of having a separate rocket launcher telemetry and machine gun telemetry, it's just one heavy telemetry. Same for primary and special. Skyburner's command beacon. Now this is going to be special for like one mission or something. You have to get it from someone and use it against them. Wormsinger rune could attract the attention of the hive. So this is going to be used in one of those two, one of those missions. Alright, so that's all the content that they're showing here on the site. That is a lot of new stuff that is going to be in the Taken King. So if you want to check this out, I'll click up here and you can see. It's bungie.net/en for English/armory, and then this you don't need to do. I'll put a link to it in the video description if I remember. If I don't, tell me in the comments to add it, and I will. I'm going to stop now because this video is getting really long. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're as excited for September 15th as I am. It's the Taken King. Stay tuned for my Destiny videos. I will be recording the Taken King. Not right off the bat because I like to do it with my hunter first and enjoy it at my own pace. But I will be coming out with videos of the Taken King, and it will be awesome. I'm starting a new playlist on YouTube for it too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next Destiny video.